The Volkswagen MK7 GTI is the perfect balance of practicality and performance. A hatchback that's equally at home, tearing through corners on the road course, setting the fastest lap at autocross, or hard parked on air at a car meet, showing off your new set of wheels. Heck, if you're even looking to haul furniture home from IKEA after that meet, it can do that too. Since its debut in 2014, the MK7 GTI has earned a place in the heart of enthusiasts everywhere, becoming one of the most beloved hot hatches on the market. It's refined, yet it's aggressive, featuring a turbocharged engine, super sharp handling, especially for a front-wheel drive car, and a relatively spacious, practical interior, all wrapped up in an affordable, customizable package that enthusiasts have grown to love. You're not here to how about Wolfsburg cranks out the MK7 off the assembly line, though. No, you want the real info. What's good, what's bad, and most importantly, how you can take your GTI from stock to shock. Well, I have got you covered today. We're going to talk about what makes this car special, its common issues, and the best mods to transform your daily driver into a real performance contender. So let's get on to the good stuff. Well, under the hood of the MK7 GTI is the EA888, a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine that makes 220 horsepower and 258 foot-pounds of torque right out of the box. These are pretty respectable numbers, all things considered, especially in a very lightweight car, but the beauty of this engine is how you can easily make more power. With just a simple ECU tune and a few bolt-ons, you can easily double that power figure, no problem. The EA888 is no slouch. It's part of Volkswagen's long line of turbocharged 4-cylinders, and unlike the infamous 1.8T in the Mark IV, this one is actually pretty darn reliable. It's torquey, it's responsive, and it's the perfect platform for anyone who wants a car that feels quick around town and lively on the highway. You can pair it up with a 6-speed manual for those who love to row their own gears, that kind of purist feeling, or go for Volkswagen's infamous fart machine, the DSG Automatic. If you want seamless shifts, and if you want launch control, if you want to go a little faster in the quarter, the DSG is the option for you. Now, one thing that really sets the GTI apart is its electronic limited slip differential, which does wonders to reduce the dreaded understeer bias that's all too common in front-wheel drive cars. But let's not pretend the MK7 GTI is all sunshine and rainbows. Like any car, especially a European one, it does have a few quirks and issues that you're going to want to keep an eye on, especially before you buy one of these. Now, first up is carbon buildup, and the biggest offender on these cars is carbon buildup on the intake valves thanks to the direct injection setup. It's not unique to the MK7, but it happens on all of them. Over time, that gunk is going to clog things up and rob your engine of power. Well, the solution? It's walnut blasting the intake valves every 60,000 miles or so. It's not fun, it's relatively expensive, but it is necessary. Now, second, if you're running the DSG Automatic, just know that it does require love and care and service. DSG fluid changes every 40,000-ish miles are crucial. Skip this and your silky smooth shifts might start feeling more like a nightmare. Plus, price one of these out to replace it, you're not going to like it. Third up, the water pump and thermostat. It's still a Volkswagen at the end of the day. They're going to fail. They're made of plastic. Volkswagen's never learned.
Yeah, no, my favorite thing, so.
Leaks are common on these cars. It's not the end of the world, but it's going to leave you stranded on the side of the road, and it's a hassle you're going to want to prepare for. All that being said, most of these issues are pretty manageable, all things considered, and routine maintenance will keep you on the road. None of them should stop you from enjoying your GTI, so don't sweat them too much, just buy the right car. Now, for the fun part. Talking about modifying your MK7 GTI. This car's a gold mine, whether you want to keep things mild with a few bolt-on parts or go on with a full track build or a full stance build. The GTI is a fantastic platform for whatever you want to do with it, and here's exactly how to do that. Now, first up, you're going to want a Stage 1 ECU tune. The easiest way to wake up your GTI is with a Stage 1 tune from APR, Unitronic, Cobb, or one of the million other tuners out there. This takes your 220 horsepower straight up to about 300 with nothing more than software. No hardware, no headache, no BS, just plug and play. This is the first mod you should do, hands down, and it's pretty cheap dollars per horsepower too. So if you want more turbo noises and horsepower to accompany that horsepower, swap in a cold air intake, pair it with a downpipe and a catback. There's a whole bunch of brands for these. Make sure you keep the cat on that downpipe, EPA, if you're watching. Not only is this going to free up some extra ponies, but you'll give your GTI a nice aggressive sound. Once you've tuned your car, and especially if you live in California where it's 108 degrees today, heat soak becomes your enemy. You're going to want to upgrade to a front mount intercooler. APR makes a nice one, and there's a bunch of other brands for that as well. That'll keep those intake air temperatures low. And this is especially relevant if you're planning on doing spirited driving or track days where your car stays hotter for longer. Now, if you're feeling spicy and you want more power, the IS38 Turbo borrowed from the Golf R is a direct bolt-on upgrade for the GTI. You're going to need some supporting modifications like a fuel pump, injectors, and of course a custom tune for this, and you'll be north of 400 horsepower in your little 2-liter, which is pretty serious. This is the move if you want some serious power without completely blowing up your budget. Now, of course, there's more turbo upgrades you can do, but this is kind of the end of the simple modification journey. The GTI is already a pretty nimble car, but we can definitely talk about handling to dial things in even further. First up, you're going to want to lower your GTI. It's got a lot of wheel gap out of the box, and most people start with lowering springs. H&R or Eibach are brands that we recommend, and you can pick them up at the link down in the description below. They're an affordable way to drop your car and get rid of that factory wheel gap. If you do want more adjustability, coilovers are a great option too. You can get ST for entry level, KW if you're ballin', or BC in the mid-range. They're going to give you control over both ride height and dampening adjustment. Now, one of the best mods you can do for cornering, and it's highly underrated and it's super affordable, is a beefier rear sway bar. Whiteline makes a really nice one that, again, you can pick up at the link down in the description below. It's going to reduce body roll in your car, and it's going to make your car feel a lot more planted and stable in the turns. With the extra power that you've inevitably added, you're going to need some additional stopping power. The GTI's got big brakes out of the box, so some high-performance brake pads from Hawk or EBC are a good starting point. If you're serious about track days, a big brake kit is a nice upgrade, and the Porsche, I think they're called 16Z calipers, fit very well. One of the GTI's greatest strengths is that it can do a little bit of everything. It's fun to drive, it's quick enough to surprise some serious sports cars, and yet it's practical enough to haul some groceries around, haul your kids around to school, back and forth, all that stuff, or even take some furniture home from IKEA. The hatchback design means you've got plenty of cargo space, and the back seats are surprisingly roomy for such a compact car. Whether you're taking a road trip, whether you're running errands, or whether you're heading to a track day, the Mark 7 GTI is up to the challenge. So should you buy a Mark 7 GTI? Well, in my opinion, if you like a front-wheel drive hot hatch, yes, it's probably the best of all of them. It's affordable, it's practical, it's quick, it's highly modifiable, and it's pretty much been solved. Whether you're looking for a fun daily driver or a track-ready beast, the GTI can be tailored to fit your needs. With its endless aftermarket support, its fantastic engine, and its spot-on precise handling, the Mark 7 GTI is a platform that you can evolve with through your modification journey. So if you're thinking about picking up a hot hatch, look no further than the Mark 7. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to drop a comment down below with what car we should do in the next one. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, and I'll see you in the next one.